Oh, how many people think the market is slowing down? I want to see a raise of hands. How many people are busier than they ever could be? Okay, well, you run the meeting. We're having a fantastic year. Some people said when Jay Holland left that the company was going to crash, and we're up 20% compared to where Jay would have been. So things are absolutely doing fantastic. How many people noticed we changed the front? The guys walked in. So the front entrance changed. Yeah. Yeah. They ordered it wrong, but I still made them put it up. And you know, it was kind of like Max Masters of the back didn't look so good, and it had, you know, it just wasn't a great presentation. So, was something that we needed to do. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these chairs out and put more tables in. So, so you can sit in that, but just to we don't. And when we have lunch, things like that, to make an executive table where you got 15, 20 people around, we do that a lot, and I like to make that in this room. So the final thing is that there's been some a little bit of theft, and there's been some vandalism, and so you can just make sure that you let your clients know brother is watching. Every someone had their car keyed, those kinds of things, and so we have a 30-day rolling. If you ever suspect something that happened, let me know, because we can always double check that. And unfortunately, that's the way of the world. You know, we don't like to do that, but it's something that we just felt we had to do. The other thing is you know that all of our meetings are on YouTube. So if you don't come to the Wednesday classes and things like that, you have the opportunity to catch up on because Indra showing a lot of things and how to do leads, organic leads, what your home is worth, cool things, some business. If you don't know Kendra, raise again. She is our, what do we call him, Peggy? Social media director. I don't know why but you know what? Funny how she grew up. Now she's teaching us how to use Facebook. So it's pretty. Wow, there's a lot of great things going on. Is that why you're collecting cards for a little charity thing? Okay, awesome. One of the things that we always want to do is thank Laura. Laura is homesick. Jim, she's not sick. Jim is sick, and she just felt that being contagious is not a thing to be able to have our office infected to stay. But you know, land title, as usual, is being just a great support. The builder division over there. That's a great resource if you guys need some builder information. You know, they've got a great staff over there, and it's pretty exciting after a couple years of juggling things around that were and we want to thank Laura Fick, and John Frayer Jr. has been just a great supporter. So just to know about that. Today I really want to concentrate on our lenders. Why we have a new company, and I want Mark, tell them why you made the switch, just kind of what, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but sorry around here.
That's all right. So everything in 50% of everything, right, until he hands it off. But, you know, having control makes a big, big difference. And we just wanted to be able to deliver a client customers for you. And that was the sole reason we made the decision.
Cool. Thanks, Mark. Mark and I have known each other from the Bank of America days. You know, he supported our company through Bank of America. You know, we thought People's would be, but quite frankly, decision unless it went through Chicago. You know, those Chicago are tough, and they did their best, but we just felt this was a better situation. And be next to me, please. I asked Jeff to come and just kind of give a state of the mortgage business right now. What does he predict the future? You know, give us your thing like that.
Just had, and the rates kind of went mainly because there's going to be rate hikes by the Fed, but they're going to price base money even further. You know, inflation's not going up to initiate the rate hikes. Oil and gas is going up and going down, so we don't have that issue to really drive rates. So I kind of see them as being kind of flat. But right now it's terrible. You know, they're 4% in a 30-year. You can almost get 3 7/8. You know, the FHA's, VAs are still below 4. So rates are just still super, super. Kind of what's going on now is Fannie and Freddie are kind of going back to their old ways. When the crisis hit, we had 43% DTI, which is debt to income. That was it. If you went above that, the loan was dead. And over time, about a year and a half, all of a sudden we started seeing 43.5, 44 would approve, then 45. They just came out and said, we're going to go to 50 if there's other things in the file that are good. And if you kind of think about it, I always thought it was really stupid where that the cutoff, you know, if you had your insurance came in $10 high, you went 43.1, it wouldn't approve. So they've gotten a little more flexible where they're going to look at the whole file, and it's all an algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
So down payment, house, that sort of thing. They actually know, you know, they do so many deals, even though the appraisal comes in, they still got their little logarithm that said this house is probably worth more than what the appraiser said or less. And right now I think it's all more. So with all these little different changes, it's kind of nice to know that 43 is not cut off, there's a little flexibility. And I had one that was like 42.9, so I could have probably went higher now, but I was selected. I just don't even like to go over 43 yet, but we can. Appraisals, really no issues with appraisals lately. I haven't, I don't know if you guys have.
What do they generally cost now? Is it
too much? VA is $750. And we have a VA guys here. Where we go? And what's kind of good is VA pays or appraisers. When one of the companies I work with, almost half of the appraisal fee goes to the management company. You know, they'll charge $650, appraisal gets $350, the management company gets $300. So that's just kind of an extra layer that we've created with the Dodd-Frank.
Is there enough change in that with Trump?
I haven't heard on the appraisal side or traded, you know, with the CDs. We haven't heard any changes on that. And
But I mean the management company for appraisals.
No, I don't. They like that layer, even though it's really kind of a transparent layer, where a lot of banks own their AMCs or their associated companies. So you still have, you know, it appears to be separate, but it's really not.
Yeah.
And mine are pretty much as transparent as you can get because I got to go to a third-party AMC. I don't have, you know, my bank. I haven't started an AMC company. You know, mortgage company's enough.
Mm-hmm.
Too many hands in the fire to dismiss it. But with the leniency and the DTI, the condos have gotten a little easier to do too. They've made that nicer where you can do, if you're at 90%, you almost always get a limited review, which means you don't have to turn in all the condo search, all the articles, declarations. And then I had one that flew through at 90, and then the borrower said, I want to hold 5%. So then I had to go through the whole rigmarole to turn in your CC&Rs, the condo search. And it did cause issues because it was in different phases, and phases were done. So And I always tell people, if you can do a townhome, if you have 2 people, townhome, condo, always go townhome. Any questions on what we've gone over?
I have a question. So what should a realtor do with the appraiser? Should we bring them comps? Should we not bring them comps? I mean,
I would
okay.
bring comps.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always good, especially if you think it's right on a tier where it may not appraise out.
Well, most of the stuff that we're doing is not going to appraise.
I haven't had any issues though lately, but still, maybe that slowed down a little bit too. And I think the luck of the draw too is who you get for an appraiser. You know, some were just so hard and steadfast in their old ways that they don't want to give any kind of flexibility that the price has gone up 10% over the last year. But other ones will look at that.
Okay.
And so they'll look at the comps too and adjust for appreciate. If you got like a 2-month-old comp and they know they've gone up 3%, they'll actually, most of them will give you a benefit. But if you have a good comp, take it with you. Sure.
So what if the appraiser doesn't use it and you've got bad comps? What's the process to dispute that?
Yeah, pretty much you go to the AMC and they have a form. You send in the comps and you write up a little dissertation. And I've been pretty successful in those when I've had them. I haven't had any lately, but they will look at it.
Okay.
And sometimes what you run into is when the appraiser goes out, that's his drop dead date. And some will do comps that sold after that, and others won't. So and I don't know what the real rule is if you can or can't. A lot of them just say, this is my research, nothing more. So if you have something that sells after, you have a real good chance of getting bumped up.
Okay. So if we have an under contract that we know that's going to close, we want to give that to them, even though, but some of them will.
And it's really got to be the close. You really got to have it closed. You know, just because it's under contract.
But let's say that I'm here at the 13th of July. I'm closing the end of the July, and I have 2 comps that are under contract, and agents told me they're at the end of the month. So, our appraisal is going to be done. It's going to be before our closing. What's the rule?
Extend your closing.
That'd be one way. It's got to be really for them to use that comp. It's got to be closed.
Okay. So if I do have to be in by the 15th, I can't use the 15th closing wise.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
say. Yeah.
All right.
But you can always ask.
I could maybe clarify a little bit better. Appraisers are governed by what is known as uniform standard professional appraisal practice, which basically means they are to produce the most credible possible report with the data available. So under contracts should be considered and used, and they can rely on under contracts as long as they're confirmed. The problem is that some lenders stipulate what are known as lender overlays, where they will have rules that they set up themselves that bind the appraiser to follow those rules. But lenders cannot impose rules that require the appraiser to break the golden rule, which is to produce the most credible report with the data available. So the appraiser, all they have to do is to comment on why they used the data that they did. And so under contracts, I know that I rely on those a lot because it brings the market as current as it possibly can. It also will give you the data you need to make up for time adjustments and things like that. As far as providing data to the appraiser, absolutely. Do not always provide your data to the appraiser before the appraisal is turned in, because the stature of the appraiser changes from a very accommodating stature, right? While they're appraising the property, they can look at your data and they can integrate it in your report. And once you turn it in, and then what is their stature after they turned it in and Jeff gets a reconsideration of value and new comps are submitted, they tend to get like this, right? They don't want to change their report because are they admitting they made a mistake or whatever. So data ahead of time and confirmed under contracts, absolutely provided. So good appraisers will absolutely include under contracts in the report.
Steve, I just had in 25,000 low, and the appraiser's whole philosophy was he had to appraise within a 2-block area of that house, right within the neighborhood. He wouldn't go across the street. I was trying to get 520, there's a house 2 blocks across the street that was 530. He wouldn't use that, and he closed in May. Instead, he used a house that was right within a 2-block radius.
want to be looking at the 1004 MC report at that time and see if there's a trend identified, and then you could protest that there was a need for a time adjustment and submit the other comp. There isn't any rule like that. There's no rule that says I've got to use comps within a mile, I've got to use comps that sold within 6 months. I thought the time one is hard to get over because that's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac require your comps to be within 6 months. But all I have to do to use that is to comment on it. I would definitely use it because it's more timely. If it's a very similar house, then it keeps me away from having to make up for time adjustments. Also demonstrates the way the markets work, but you're kind of pinched. And how do you deal with this is going to be up to yours. What I would recommend is that you try and stay away from the appraiser's wrecking my deal, right? Because the appraiser works for the bank, they're just helping the bank make a lending decision. Why are you getting yourself in a situation where the appraiser actually wrecks the deal? You know, shorten your deadlines. Make sure it takes the right offers. You know, just be a little bit more proactive. Will you stop all of that?
Well, the other thing is, you know, the appraiser, please give me a courtesy call if there's any problems whatsoever determining value, or if they need any, you know, additional information.
Yeah, and I don't see a lot of appraisers paying any attention to that kind of request. Because when we're doing the transaction,
Move on, let's talk.
The seller, who is very far away from the appraiser's client, was the lender. The lender is known as the intended user of the report. The buyer is an intended reader. All other parties are not associated with the process. So I don't see that. That's why, you know, when I meet an appraiser, I always try to provide them all the market data I have. If I have some time studies that represent, you know, how the market is appreciating, confirmed under contracts, and then let them do their job and try and structure my contracts in such a way that I don't get pinched at the last minute with all of a sudden an appraisal that's less than the purchase price.
You know, Steve's got a lot of classes, and I think it's time for maybe him to be right here at home and have a class. So I'm going to try and schedule something, and he's been very busy on what he's been doing on classes and stuff like that. But I think we would try and do that. You have another question for Jeff?
Question for Jeff. Can you enlighten me a little bit? So here's a case. I'm looking at 44 acres. It's more land than it is a home. And the home on the property is a modular, about 1,500 square feet. You know, lenders don't typically lend on land. Is that true?
Well, what they do, a lot of them will do like a 10-acre basis for the land, or a 5-acre, depending what it is. I just did an FHA that was just the same thing. It wasn't modular, but it was out in Albert, built in 1905 on 40 acres.
Yeah.
And the house is probably worth $30,000.
Yeah.
Should be bulldozed. Should have been. But we got value to an FHA, so it's kind of, that may be a better route to go FHA than conventional, where they're not.
Yeah, she's way above FH. He paid $895 for the lot. Yeah.
Yeah, if you get up to jumbo areas, then a lot of times they will limit it to 10 acres. I know U.S. Bank does.
So we do have some commercial, kind of throw it into a commercial lenders like First Bank. You know, they're the type of lender that will look at that. But then there's going to be a 65% loan to value. So you're much tougher sale on that. Yeah. Anything else for Jeff? Thank you, Jeff. Jeff's here to help, and so. Mr. O'Brien. There he is.
Good morning, everyone.
He's clean shaven today.
Yes. I just want to thank Doug Paul, Doug James, Chris Matchett, Jan Deegan, and John Chu for their personal referrals. Much appreciated. And I just wanted to say that although I am very busy, I'm never too busy for your referrals. And I'll take the very best care of your clients.
Yeah. And one of the things that I want, you know, we studied, and I know you guys heard this before, but we studied on the property management for several years to look at how things were done wrong. And so now we really believe that we're doing things right. But one of the things that I have gotten some feedback is some of the things that innovative other property managers are doing so that we can improve our business. So make sure that if you guys see something out there that you really think is a good opportunity for us, get it to Eugene, because we really feel that this is an asset to make sure that you can park your clients that need to be parked for a while and get them back when you're ready to sell them. So I really believe this is a RE/MAX Masters asset, and Eugene is doing a great job. We're learning a lot. We're not perfect, but we're going to try really hard. So thanks, Eugene.
Eugene was honored and selected to the Colorado cricket team and represented Colorado regional team tournament against Utah, and what was the other state?
Idaho and Texas.
Colorado brought home the trophy.
Whoa. So that's beyond. Now you're ready to really rock and roll on property management. Awesome. Well, great. Thank you very much, Eugene. I'm really excited about this next. I know you guys. He's been here now 6 or 7 days, and Jay Abraham comes with a lot of experience. This gentleman loves calling people on the phone. One thing that he's always to make those calls, and so with Peggy and Kendra, and we are going to excuse me. Hi, Mom. I'm in a meeting. Gotta go. Sorry, but. And now he's got 3 screens where he's calling people. We got, and his business is something that, to get us business. Okay, people, you've got to understand that, in this era today, it's not just being a great facility, being a great office, being great people, being #1 with RE/MAX, Smedra. But, Steve, you had a comment in the meeting yesterday. I'll put you on the what you thought about the opportunity that we have trying to get leads.
Well, before I came here for so many years, I never got one lead out of Metro Brokers. I know a lot of the other companies, we talk to them, the leads are very, very far in between them, up to sometimes 40% they want for a lead. And, it's one of the reasons that Jim and I, we've had a lot of this before I came here, but I really think we're on the cutting edge of technology and what Jim's doing and what's going on with Kendra with Facebook and the referrals are coming through. And I don't know about you guys, I think Jeffrey's one of a kind. How many really like sitting down and making those phone calls, To me, to have these leads filtered through and pay a referral fee to the lead, I think it's great. I don't know anybody else that's doing it, so.
Yeah.
I really
Well,
appreciate all your time, effort, and everything you're doing.
well, and you know what? It takes a village for sure. But Jeffrey, thank you for being here. We're really proud to have you. So say hi to him. So this also relates to how we're doing as far as transactions. So we're well on our way here of we possibly this year 1,700. And so Doug, fantastic job. Doug's always, got his team rocking and rolling, and we see him once or twice a month. But we need to have a class with Doug. And Fran just continues to do her business. And you know what? This is spread out, you guys. It's not the same people every month. You guys, it's really are doing fantastic. So 185 transactions. I really wanted to hit 200. But $85 million in sales, you to be proud of, because there's a lot of bigger companies around, and our goal is not to be bigger, it's just to double our volume. So that's my goal right there. So David, you got to hear a little bit about our company. We want to hear about yours. So he's going to tell us. I'm going to switch the screen here, and you've got the floor.
Special to the Sebastian for business cards. We'll do a little raffle at the end. Today, what I'd like to do is do a little 5-10 minute introduction to why we're here and the opportunity to talk to you and talk about an opportunity. And then we'll stick around after the meeting and be here for any detailed follow-up with anybody that's interested. So thank you again for allowing us to come in and spend time with you. This is so important to us. And speaking, Jeff, about lead generation, this is really awesome for us. We're doing this outreach from Vail and from the mountains to you to bring you a terrific opportunity. Now, I have a partner here, Kate Chrisman, who works here and lives here in Denver, and Kate is a Timbers Resorts specialist that's working with us, and she's right here local to help us work with you and to integrate with us and to do everything from fan trips up to the property and so forth. So thank you, Kate, for all your efforts. What I'm going to do, thank you, Joe. I'm just going to quickly go through what this is. We are a private residence club and a luxury hotel. Has anyone ever been to Vail? It's not been. Okay. Who's been to Vail Village? Okay. Who's been to the Sebastian? All right, we have some Sebastian folks here. What did you think of it? Was it beautiful? Was it awesome?
Is that the building, the big one?
Yeah. No, this is a view from one of our residences at the Sebastian. And I'm going to quickly go through this. The opportunity in a nutshell is for 355,000 deeded 1/10 interest. A 3% co-op for everything from just a simple referral to bringing a client up yourself and touring with us and doing it together. And we'll talk about the details, but then the dues are $15,000 a year. What you get are 4 planned weeks in a view like this out of your residence, 2 in the winter, 2 in the summer. And with that, I'll just go ahead and talk about the village. It's a beautiful place. This is what it's like out there right now. It's about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than we've got here, as you all know, in the summer. Summer is fabulous. Spring is fabulous. Fall is fabulous. Winter is fabulous. It's just, and here's the Sebastian. We're right in the village, and we're right across, if you're familiar, coming to the main town center drive, and we're right there off the town center, next to the Four Seasons across from Sinai. It's a tremendous, this is a view of our living room and dining in our residence, large residences. Most of them have an extra bathroom, so 3-bedroom, 4-bath. It's great for big families. It's great for corporate trips. It's great for, and your customers can now have access to this working with us. So this does one of 2 things for you. This gives you something, a reason to call someone, right, Jeff? A reason to call, because you can talk about Vail. This is a product that is a whole, it's an exciting product that you can talk about, that you can get someone on the phone and talk about going to the mountains, coming to Colorado, buying one of your $3 to $4 million homes here locally. It's another thing to talk about. Very high-end, 5-star resort. We're ranked in the top of the world in terms of luxury product. And this is our owner's lounge. We have game rooms. We have a beautiful restaurant. It's a full-service frost bar, pool, 4 hot tubs. No one likes the same temperature, right? So that's why we have different hot tubs. Of course, the winter is amazing. The experience is great. We have a base camp where we're right on level 1. So we put our skis, boots, and poles. You can click on and click off. Level 1, it's just great for skiing. And then we're part of the Timbers Resorts organization. We have all these properties in our system. And so when someone buys in to our private residence club in Vail, or Dancing Bear, or One Steamboat Place, or Jubilee, Florida, or one of our projects, or in Hawaii, they can trade part of their weeks to go to one of these other properties. So it's a really terrific opportunity for you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to provide this exciting little window of introduction. We're here to use a resource. And if you have clients or you're excited about it, what we will do, besides a $100 raffle at the end, anybody who wants to come up to Vail, who wants to work on this, has a couple of clients, we're going to do a complimentary familiarization trip for you. And you can bring a client, your family, you can bring other brokers, you can bring friends, and then you can we'll do a familiarization trip over the next week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. Come on up, spend some time with us, get to know what our offering is, have a good time, and if you can be a client or by yourself, it doesn't matter. Let's just organize it if you want to spend a little time on this, and we can have some fun.
A group for the office or individually?
Individually, or we can do the whole office, any way you want to do it. And it's the easiest 10,000 watt. So thank you so much, and we'll, Jeff?
I have a question. Is
Yeah,
there affiliated to any international exchange organization like RCI or
Great question. Great question. No, we're not part of RCI or Interval International.
you have an international property? Okay.
Yeah, within our system. Yeah, we have the #1 resort hotel in the world in Italy. We can talk a lot about that, but again, thank you so much for your time and attention. We're really thrilled to be here to have you.
Can I say two
Yeah,
things?
please do.
One, they visit the sales office in sales, so if you have friends, email, if you want to register them, you can send them over. I would just say register them with one of us as your client. The reason that we really wanted to meet with you is because the largest concentration of owners are from this area, from Cherry Hill. So it's a very, it's a fact what these people have lost.
Let David pull it. Okay. Cool.
We have research.
Don't let me.
So lots of data.
And your guys are going to be around a little bit after the meeting?
Yeah, we'll be
Does everybody understand, because he went through it very fast, how the ownership works? For $350,000, what I heard was you get 1/10 ownership. So
4 weeks, 355 deeded, 110, and it's 2 weeks owner, and it's a floating system, so you can choose your weeks.
awesome.
And space available. If someone calls up in May and says they want to go up, and he has people that are there for 13 weeks a year.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to this. It's really, really fun. We have 99 owners now. We're about half sold out, and people love it. We have owners from all over the world, all over the U.S., and here from our market. We need and want more from our market, and we want you to come. So is everybody starting?
Lynn had a question.
Oh, I just want to say the market on the I never even actually got it on the market. A 1,436 square foot condo, 1978, original looking, 2.4 million, 2 cash contracts before it hit MLS.
Yeah,
So it's a hot market.
Yeah, it's definitely is a seller's market. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's, you're talking 2,500 to 3,000 a foot to be in the village. That's a great, speaking about.
David, thank you very much. No, you do it. You do it. Albert.
Who's going to give us a lead today?
Steve Konich.
All right. All right. Pretty awesome. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was, you know, we have a lot of integration with different MLSs, okay? But we've been kind of pushing InfoSparks, okay? So InfoSparks is where you guys can customize your statistics and goes right on your website. And it's not a static statistic. It is live all the time. So kind of like you hear about George Foreman's Grill, set it and forget it. This is exactly like that. If you guys have landing pages on your websites, you have the opportunity to put statistics to have more content on that, and it's really you can have that on your website. So you start with Colorado. You do your statistics. You decide your price range, your your bedrooms, your baths, square footage. You can customize this. You can make it condos and single family. You can look in Vail. You can look all over because we have listings all over. And I'm going to show you something that's pretty cool since we've done that. But as soon as you decide and have that, you can have your charts. You can have bar charts. You can have a 3-year rolling option. You can look at what you have for 12 months. All you do is hit your share button. And then you embed this into your website, okay? Then you go and you take this information and you copy that. And the next thing, is you go right to your and you can set this up. So come to my class, learn about some of the little statistics. So if I go to jimwanzak.com right now, and I'll have statistics all over the market area that I want to have. It is that simple. It is 10 minutes worth of work, and now you can have much better content on your website. It's just one of the things that I also want to show you is now, because RE Colorado, let me see if I can airplay this real quick for you. The Event Center. Okay, so what I'm doing, you guys can use this facility for any meetings that you have, and you can show your clients on iPad. If you look at this, you see Poncha Springs and Buena Vista, and you click on a property, and you go under description, and what do you see? RE Colorado is the source. We now have another 10% of the market that is in Realtors of Central Colorado that is in your database. Our goal is the MLS for all of Colorado, not just the Front Range. We're tired of that data being incomplete, so we can't compete with Zillow. We just signed a deal with a Steamboat, and their MLS in the fall is going to be in our database. So that means that we have 78% of the listings already in RE Colorado. We're negotiating with Iris right now as we speak, and it's a very, very difficult scenario. But I'm negotiating with PPR next week, not necessarily as a merger, but to have the same thing that you have here so that you can decide on one MLS and not have to be on, they will stay separate as a company is what I'm saying. Vail is something that, I can't get the data for Vail because every one of you guys have to be a member of Vail for us to get the data. But the key is that we already have this. We have PAR, we have Poncha Springs, we have Wood Springs, we have Grand Junction. We also have Montrose. So we have about 80%, 90% of the listings. And when people like Lynn list something in Vail, it goes in here. Okay? It also maybe go in the Vail. But what you're seeing is that more people want to be part of these. Just to make sure that you guys have that in your app already there. You don't have to go and do something special, because it was really an interesting situation. I had a client that was in Elizabeth, and he was driving around and was close to our church, and he said, Jim, I saw a listing. So I said, Susan, find these listings. She went to RE Colorado, and guess what? It wasn't there because it was in PPAR. But we went to the app, and we found it for him, and he's got that information. We have that. We're the only office that has all of this data, unless you're a part of the Redfin discount module, kind of a thing. That's a whole different discussion. But so I just want to make sure you guys know that we have that full data set in our, and the more that RE Colorado has, the actual better. Things like, we can set that up. We have 2 TV droids. We have this office that has droids. You don't have to. And then Steve also has a program. We had Ari Colorado come in and show, and quite frankly, in just a couple of days, we're so what I want to talk about today is market conditions. What are you seeing? Questions. You are in the field, and we're in a 4 times as hard in a great market, but I think that's changing. I'm starting to see, you know, now are starting to get, the buyers are getting firmer and they want things. What are you guys seeing? I'm seeing that, but what are you guys seeing? How could we help each other today figure out something that someone's having an issue with?
One thing I was just going to point out, Jim, the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, somewhere out there, I monitored 4 different areas, southeast Aurora, Castle.
On my website, you see what your home is worth. We kind of made a little graphically a little differently than just a green background, and how to get pre-qualified so they can get to Jeff and to Mark immediately, and Jamie. But so right there, I can put any statistics in my web because I copied the URL from Ari Colorado and put it on there. So I've got Franktown and I've got Parker. Those are areas that I want to make sure that the consumers know. Then you can post this to Facebook and Google immediately. You don't even need Kindra. It is like George Foreman's Grill again. I mean, you can post it right from there and deal with that. Okay. Also, if you have an interesting market trends from YouTube, you can post it on YouTube right here. So the more content that you guys have, the better SEO that we're gonna produce. Okay, so those are just, we had Ari Colorado here 3 weeks ago. Eric was here, and in 1 week we put that up so that you guys have the ability to do that. Yes. Yeah. So what I'm saying. It's going to post from our Colorado. Okay, that's been updated just this second. So it takes the most current information. So you can, on the choices, you could pick one. So let's say that you want to send a PDF to a client. You could do that. So you can just send a PDF. But this is the actual information. Tells you how the market is compared to June median sold price.
Is that updated
It's
daily?
as soon as you click, it's updated. It's real time. It's a live feed. All right. So what else? Tell me about the market. What are you guys? Yes.
In Meadowwood, Aurora South.
Perfect.
Close in, low activity.
Now, Meadowwood meaning the condos or house?
House.
Okay.
365, it's a great buy, great house addition on a small tri-level, but activity is nil. It's a great buy. If anybody's got anybody low price in Aurora.
That's surprising that 360, I mean, usually 360 would have 6 offers by now.
Yes.
So. Yeah. Well, You know, you guys can post that to Facebook immediately on, even if you don't even use our stuff. You take the URL right here and you just copy that. So I want to send this to Facebook, and I don't have my little button down here, but I now want to send this out to all my Facebook clients. I highlight that, and in a matter of clicks, you guys, you're posting that now to Facebook or Google or Twitter. So you can do all those things, because what I'm tired of having depend on being an MLS dependent company. We want to be a marketing company. And how unique would it be that we find our own buyers? You know, we kind of get reliant on the marketplace in the MLS, but now you have the opportunity to go ahead and put it on Facebook, put it on a paid ad for Google, or just post it on Google. Because once you do that, all your posts show up. I'm going to how right here, in insightful words, that all that was, if I just did was copy this URL and posted it. And because I have a Google Plus account here, okay, and now I'm 5-star because I've got reviews and things like that. You can visit my website. If I go to Madison and Company and I look at them, they're open hours a day because my website's doing that. If you go to Madison Company, they're only open from 9 to 5, you know, kind of a thing. So, you know, those things, in your name, you should have this. You should be Lowe's of the real estate community that you're working on. And so what I mean by this is that look at all the posts. And what happens first? You got, back down here, which one is top of mind? Jim Wanzak. Then you got Remax, because Remax has 33 million links. You want out there, so I want to show you what we do. So it's the same thing everybody sees, right? Contact. And these are hyperlinks. Power of Remax, bring them back to my website or the company website or a landing page, anything that you want to do. When I want to search properties, I have people can search my area immediately by hitting and hitting, you have to do that, and hitting Parker. Guess what? Now it is Homes Parker Colorado.com. So as a Google search, I have 444 listings that are for people to find me through Parker rather than Jim Wanzak. And so now you have all of these listings that are there, but guess what? It has home worth. People can click on that. Get pre-qualified, market conditions. I've got testimonials of people. So Peggy, come up here and type in an address. Since you come here. Address there. Okay, but I wanted to show you that this little program right here, she just starts to type it in, and guess what? Look at all the, it just auto-populates for you. So you don't even have to, so Oneida, so go ahead and click on that, just one below. We click on that. And it shows you exactly where you are. You can zero in. Is that you? That's Peggy. Got an API for right here with RPR, and then Zillow. Put in your information, and that is a lead, you guys. So when I go clicked on my website, and now I have their address information. So when I click on that,
Don't be bugging me.
know where their house is, the information algorithm of the last 3 months have sold, so that saying one's 514, one's 550. Here's the last 3 months. There's 44 sales at 534. If you're talking to a person right there on the phone, look at the power that you have to be able to get them information. You don't have to go to 3 different sites. You have to go to one site. So come to my classes, you guys. We are getting so sophisticated that you're going to miss the boat if you don't do some of these things. And the other beauty of this is that now you can link David's properties, okay? And guess what? If they call you, you just make $10,000 for just a simple link on linking to him. Just like what we do for other companies. Any company that you guys want to do, you can link together. So that's the power of what this office has. Quit relying on the MLS. Start relying on the opportunity that you have with the technology that we have. I am just tremendously excited. Yes, you have a question?
Do you get involved in tweeting at all?
Yeah. I just listen to a lot of tweets. So, but go ahead. Tell us about tweet.
I just wanted to see if you plugged into that. Has anyone done any tweeting to build business?
So you actually do tweet?
Yeah.
Your news goes out over tweet?
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing about it is that you have different programs that if you post this, you tweet this, you do that. I mean, you don't have to be an expert anymore because there's programs that will help you do that. Yes.
So I just wanted to go back to Mark. Chuck, your listing.
Chuck.
So one of the things I recommend to you, what I have done, just a little trick, since we can't renew our listings or get a new listing number or what have you, talk to your client about making just a price change, even if it's $1. And change your verbiage. So then it goes out to that whole new audience again, new price change. It looks like as much as what a new listing is what it can.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, you will get new showings immediately. Do it today, then do it Thursday. Okay?
All right. Thanks.
So one of the things that our company has is destination. So we have Destination Parker, we have Destination Wherever. And so what I'm trying to build leads for you guys so that if you guys have a certain market area, just like the round robin on the leads, now we have Facebook where you guys can start posting on your destination for RE/MAX Masters, and so that you guys can get known, so that when you have people in here comment right here, well, guess what? That's just somebody that might be coming into Parker Destination and sees Marianne. Oh yeah, I know Marianne, and now she's gotten a lead just because she posted something on our sites. So, and in a little bit of just a couple weeks, we've gotten how many? We've got 153 followers. We've done 1,225 posts, and so we're really trying to do that for all of the destinations around the city. So there's a lot of integration. Starts with us. If you guys are doing it, it's going to help us grow much faster. If you're going to post on those destinations, your face is going to be all over that destination. Yes.
Can we have, so what I'm running into is all my listings, some of my higher end ones, we were talking about 600s, just kind of stagnant. And so what I'm trying to talk to my clients about, I've got 5 buyers who decided to do new construction, so I'm just me alone. So I'm talking about the new construction market, like what we don't see in our MLS is all the contracts that are going through new construction.
some sort of data.
You can do that, seems like off the assessor records from Metro, from RE Colorado. I mean, not immediately, but
Right.
when RE Colorado
Yeah.
updates.
What would be a way to pull some sort of data about, I mean,
About, okay.
because we're not, obviously we can't see how many are contracting. I know it's a ton.
Uh-huh.
What I'm doing, what I feel is a ton. more
Right,
than I've done in a
right,
long time.
right.
And we just need to be able to tell consumers who are like,
Yeah.
yeah, competition, this is your competition that I can see, but what I can't see is this other huge, especially
Okay, okay. Okay, now, the only thing that I can tell you that we have already about what's sold in the neighborhood that's counting records. I just clicked on value check, and it gives all the property about that. And so when I go to neighborhood sales, it'll give you everything. This is everything that is sold in that neighborhood. So if you have an address of something that you have market, you can get your neighborhood sale by one click of a button. The also, I don't want to get too complicated as a class. PR, and so PR will also do a report for you on any property that's listed, and look at what it does. It gives you how the confidence ratio, what the neighborhood's range is, and it does takes, this is MLS data, but at least you're going to see what BM is immediately. So those are two examples of what you asked for that we already have in place if you just use that. So value check thing, it's updated within the last 2 weeks because that's how fast the courthouse records. So you're going to have records up there. Okay? So come to my classes. You know, we've got a lot of support here, and we've got a lot of integration. It's never enough. I'm never done, and I'll try to figure out to add value check integration. It doesn't seem like that's going to be that difficult. What Eric showed you guys that's coming is the likelihood that the seller is going to sell. And so when you go down here on Oneida and you see Peggy, you could check Peggy now quite often. And at the bottom here, we've built an algorithm that says, what is the likelihood of this person selling? That he's built it. It's just we haven't implemented it yet, but we're getting very, very close. Based on all the statistics that we've been covering now for the last 5 years in home and do, it takes all those statistics, values. I think there's 72 value checkpoints that they decide that what we'll do. You see a lot of these companies out there that are trying to do that. Yes.
I was just going to say there is a company out there that's doing that, and it's about $800 a month. If you want meeting my
Yeah, yeah. No, we have it. The one thing that you guys, I mean, this is the last thing because you guys have been here a long time. But when you go and get a lead, and it's all integrated in here, you have our leads me leads. Number right lead, and it gets sent out like what a 5 Street lead would become. This is what Realtor.com spent $54 million to buy this company, and we copied them. Okay, so as soon as this lead comes in to Lead Me, you get, that person gets a text, they get an email with your video if you have a video, and an invitation to join Home and Do. Then that lead, company lead, goes to Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets in real time. If you've seen, he's got 3 screens on his, and so he knows where that lead is. He calls it, he gives it to Mark or to, and then immediately they scrub that lead, and then we're going to get that lead to you guys. So the technology here that we've been building for the last 5 years really is, it's like a new day for me. I'm so excited about that, because we're not depending on other realtors, we're depending on our company to build this. So I need your support, I need your efforts to make this happen. So if you're spending $500 on Zillow and that kind of, I've done that. I've spent $36,000 last year on Zillow. We got 5 leads. Jeffrey says we can get 30 leads a week, a day. Listen, we got some real tremendous opportunity. There's a lot of pressure. Hey.
Go, Jeffrey, go.
There's anyway. Yes.
Software only that we are using, that Peggy and Jim let us use here. I can dial 100 people per hour. That's boring. You got to be able to talk to a lot of people. That's the only way you're going to maximize your profit in your business. Getting your message out. I mean, if you call in 400 or 500 people a day, that's an interesting day for me. Okay. I mean, that's what it's about, talking to a lot of people.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So basically this is what he gets, because instead of spending it for Commissions Inc., which charges about $1,200 a month per agent, I mean, that's not the word, we're spending a lot more than that. That's not even close. But we're building our own lead generation rather than somebody else's lead generation. We're building it so that we can refine the better lead that you have, or the better ad that you have on Facebook and all of that, the better people that are clicking. And then this person right here that sent this had to click 3 different times on Facebook to give that information. They just said, I want more information, then more information. They clicked on more information, and now they said, here's the information that they sent, and all that, they knew that they were given your, oh, this is a silent, thing that we're covertly, they know that they are looking at an ad, and this is becoming very, very sophisticated. So, tremendously excited. We spent a lot of time, but the future is really, really bright. I think RE/MAX 3000, how many years ago they had to buy a bunch of shades when they were saying how bright their future is. There's not another bright future out there, you guys. The entrepreneur opportunity in the real estate business today is second to none. And let's go out and get our share. Yes.
So much of what I'm hearing by people is that people are really selling only for life. It's not really, honey, I want to move over this deal. And now, with all the competition that we're seeing, especially things you always talk about, syndication, Amazon answered yesterday, they're going to get into the business, discount brokerages, etc. You guys think any of this is affecting what's happening as far as the market?
So I'm going to end with this, because we've spent 66% of a person that you're going to meet with will list with the first realtor that comes in contact with them. Forget about the competition. Go out and find some people. You'll find that 66%. Thanks, guys.